Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon. Many of us have heard or have even been to SeaWorld or Discovery Cove. There, they offer incredible experiences that allow people to see all different types of sea creatures. They even allow you to pet and swim with dolphins. For families and sea-intrigued people, this is an experience that will make memories that last forever. The dolphins always seem to be smiling and happy creatures. But do you know the truth about what these dolphins' lives are like? According to Becky Dayhuff, who sent a petition to Japan to ban the capture and killing of dolphins, from 1963 to 1999, the Japanese government allowed the fishermen of Japan to slaughter 668,393 dolphins. Some were taken for meat, while others were killed as mere incidental catch in the process of capturing live dolphins for displays in marine parks and aquariums. This means that many dolphins are killed during the capture. Dayhuff says that public pressure and the documenting of slaughters virtually stopped the slaughters for several years. However, with the growing popularity of swimming with captive dolphins and displaying dolphins in marine park settings, the capturing and killing of dolphins in Japan is once again on the rise. I have done a lot of research to ensure the maximum amount of knowledge about dolphins in captivity. It is such a heartbreaking and eye-opening topic that I spent days researching these creatures. I have swum with dolphins at Discovery Cove, and I have seen dolphins at aquariums, and I have noticed how unhappy they look swimming back and forth throughout their tanks. Today, I would like to persuade you that dolphin captivity is cruel and morally wrong by discussing the process of their capture and what their lives are like once in captivity. Let's start with how these dolphins get to the marine aquariums. In Tahi, Japan, dolphins are collected and sold to countries including the United States, Mexico, Turkey, Dubai, and Hong Kong for marine aquariums and as meat products. Japanese fishermen set up nets in the oceans. They collect pods, which means that hundreds of dolphins are being captured at once. According to Captain Paul Watson, these fishermen capture an entire pod of dolphins, select the prime specimens, and kill the rest for meat and trophies like dolphin teeth and skulls. The capture of dolphins for captivity may result in death rates between 30% and 80% during capture, says Stefan Ostermuel, the author of a website titled Mundo Azul, which means Blue World in Spanish. Some drown in nets or die from wounds inflicted during capture. Dolphins are known for being emotional and sensitive creatures. Some even die from the emotional stress and traumatic experience. According to Mundo Azul, marine biologist William Walther says that there is a tendency for cetaceans, which means sea creatures, to vomit when lifted aboard. Some animals die because the vomited food blocks the respiratory canals. The marine aquariums, including SeaWorld and Discovery Cove, are aware of the way their dolphins are being captured. They continue to purchase these dolphins to make money in their billion-dollar industry. Some of you may have seen the 2009 documentary, The Cove by Rick O'Barry. This documentary explains in detail the reality of dolphin capturing in Tahi, Japan. Fishermen will go to great lengths to capture dolphins because they are driven by a multi-billion-dollar dolphin entertainment industry and an underhanded market for dolphins. They do everything they can to make this go unseen and hide what they do from the public. The Cove shows what the Japanese are hiding and how dolphins are really captured for our entertainment. I would now like to show you the trailer for The Cove so you have a better understanding about what really goes on. Video, please.
I do want to say that we try to do the story legally.
There it is. The little town with a really big secret.
It's so bizarre what's going on over here. When we first got in the country, we had no idea who was following us.
You think they know we're here?
We didn't know if it was the whalers, the Japanese mafia.
Somebody's behind me. I don't know who that is. They don't like me. They don't like my message.
Rick is world famous for his work with dolphins.
I feel somewhat responsible because it was the Flipper TV series that created this multi-billion-dollar industry.
The dolphin smile is nature's greatest deception. It creates the illusion
They always have.
You realize after a while they don't really belong in captivity.
I'd never seen so many dolphins before.
The Japanese people don't even know about it.
They take the boats around to the secret cove that nobody could see. They're afraid of cameras.
They said if the world finds out what goes on here, we'll be shut down.
They were hiding something.
We need to get in there and film exactly what happens. We need to know the truth.
We needed people with a special set of skills to implement this mission.
Every time they go. Good luck. Underwater camera is set.
They're not being told that the free lunch means that their children are eating contaminated.
That it might be safe that you didn't know about it. You know about it.
If we can't fix that, there's no hope.
Okay, there's a flashlight. Cars are moving. Cars are moving. Get out of there. Get out of there now.
Now that you know how the poor dolphins are captured for our entertainment, let's look at their life in captivity compared to their life in the wild. According to a website called Blue Snow Garden, 53% of dolphins who survive the violent capture die within 90 days. The average lifespan of dolphins in the wild is approximately 45 years. However, half of all dolphins who are captured die within the first 2 years of captivity. Their survivors last an average of only 5 years. Dolphins held in captivity suffer from different health effects. The water in their tanks contains chemicals and bacteria which can cause blindness. The Blue Snow Garden also says that every 7 years, half of all dolphins in captivity die from capture shock, pneumonia, intestinal disease, ulcers, chlorine poisoning, and other stress-related illnesses. Capture shock is a reaction of immobilization. The psychological reaction caused by the capture shock accelerates death and reduces pain sensation. It may cause their body functions to shut down, which can result in death. Some dolphins even try to commit suicide. Confined dolphins may bang their heads against the walls of their tanks. According to Blue Snow Garden, dolphins in captivity tend to develop stereotypical behaviors, such as swimming in a repetitive circle pattern with their eyes closed and in silence because of boredom and confinement. Dolphins in captivity also do not receive the amount of exercise that they need. Wild dolphins swim about 40 to 100 miles per day. In captivity, they are limited to only swimming in circles until they get bored. According to DolphinsWorld.com, dolphins in the wild spend approximately 80% of their time deep below the surface, exploring the depths of the ocean. In captivity, however, they are only supplied with 35 feet of water. These dolphins do not even have the chance to hunt for their own food, which causes a lack of mental stimulation. Another eye-opening fact is that many marine facilities subject their animals to hunger in order for them to perform. Until the prime dolphins do a trick correctly, their trainers do not feed them. Their food is almost like a reward. According to an article titled Blood in the Water, SeaWorld and other well-run marine parks stress that some of their dolphins are born into captivity, so they don't think this is wrong. However, Rick O'Barry, the producer of The Cove, says that they suffer equally whether they are born into it or not. It is a kind of slavery, and the mortality rates are the same. Dolphins performing at shows and the ones we have the opportunity to swim with seem like happy, friendly creatures, but in reality, they are dying rapidly in confinement. They are being captured against their will in nets, and hundreds are even dying in the process. In captivity, their lifespan is reduced by 35 years or more. Some even try committing suicide by banging their heads against the walls of their tanks or attempting to jump out. In the wild, dolphins are much freer. Some may argue that they are being saved from predators in the wild. This is nothing but words we like to hear. They are part of nature's gift to Earth, and they are not meant to be subjected to a man-made pool. If dolphins are so happy entertaining humans and being in captivity, then why are the death rates so high? SeaWorld, Discovery Cove, and other marine parks keep their dolphins' illnesses and mortality rates a secret because they would lose millions of dollars if they didn't. I encourage you all to watch The Cove in order to see the reality about dolphins in captivity.
Olivia, I had to like watch this video in like my biology class about stuff like that. And so like they like took the dolphins and they like captured them and then they pulled them above the water and they just cut off their fins and then put them back in the water.
Oh yeah,
Just
no.
like that. It was like insane.
And they do it with sharks too, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What was that you just said? No, I didn't hear.
There was this documentary on TV that like we had to watch for my biology class where like they took like I guess it was sharks and dolphins and they like lifted them out of the water and they cut off their fins because they needed like the fins for something. Then they just let them back in the water and it showed them underwater and they like couldn't swim, like they were just like
And
sinking.
who does this and for what purpose?
I can't remember who it was. Yeah.
Was Hayden Panettiere in that video? She
Yeah.